Today I'm working inside of a park very, very far away from Rochester, about almost an hour drive. Reason why I picked this place is it has about 1800 houses in it that are long gone. You'll see over there, there's a big old rubble pile. I believe that's where one of the houses sat. I did a little bit of sampling in the soccer field area just to see if people metal detected recently, and I didn't find any quarters, but I did find a nickel, a dime, a couple pennies, and they all had age to them, and they had a nice patina on them. So I decided to hit the woods where, because I'm not looking for clad, not today. I want some old, so I'm going to hit this area here, and you can tell all these trees are just about uniformed the way they're growing. So I'm going to hit this park here. I'm going to have to use a lot of GPS so I don't get on anyone else's property. So the first relic of the day is a bullet. And this is not any bullet. This is a dummy. See this right here? This would have been like for an honor or something. It's a blank. So that's interesting. That's pretty cool. I'm not sure what size this is, but I'll look it up later. I'll be back. Next relic, and there's going to be a lot of these, I'm pretty sure of it, is another bullet. But look at this weird looking thing. It's a weird one there. I've never seen a bullet go in different stages like that, multiple stages. I can't wait to go home and clean that one up. But she's old. She rang up like 18, 19. I've only just started, and I'm finding 2 bullets, so it looks good. Oh, and the cellar, you can tell it was right here. It's about like where the cellar was. Very interesting. I'll keep hunting. Look at this. An old well. It's not too far from where the house used to sit. I'll show you some of what I've been working with. House used to be right there where you can see all the rocks. See, there was a apple tree or something in the front yard. And then not far from there is the well. Yeah, she's a little creepy. But I don't see too many wells like this anymore. You can see someone try to put some sticks over it so no one fell in that. Probably about 50 feet deep or so. I've only worked a little bit more. These things here are everywhere. And they're slowing me down. Kind of like hurting my arm when I whack into them. The bolt that I found there, I ended up finding 10 more in the same spot. Which is interesting. It's like somebody emptied out their magazine or went berserk by the tree and just shot like crazy. So I'm suspecting somewhere that way is I'm going to find a lot of the tips, unless they're stuck in a tree somewhere. Anyhow, I'm going to keep going, see what I can find. Well, I located another 1800 that's gone. You can see the cobblestone that was in the basement and the form of it. There's something round right here. Looks like an old grinding stone, millstone. Yeah, it's round. Probably a hole in the middle of this thing, I bet you. Let's see. No hole in it. Could have been the base. I don't know. That's interesting. And to show the other creepy thing, right next to it, look at this well. Yes, I could go down deep. There's not even a cover over this. This is in a park. Oh wait, they must have had steel over the top of it at one time, or try to cover it with barbed wire. I'm gonna zoom this camera out for next time. But yeah, there's the old well. I did find 1/4 signal here, but it wasn't a quarter. It was a piece of maybe part of a harmonica. I'm not sure. I'll search this area a little more. It seems to be, it's been hunted before. I'm not finding a lot, but I'll be back. Next item is an old punch. That's interesting. It kind of came up like a coin almost. So if this came up like a coin, there must be still something here. I do like my relics, so I haven't really gone far. There's the cellar hole there. Wells on the other side. Got a manure spreader next to me making all sorts of noise. I'll keep on the search. Alright, where the two 1800 houses were, I had to get away from there. I couldn't really find anything. There was a lot of noise, a lot of chatter. I should have probably had a 6-inch on for that area because it was a lot of iron. And then I started working the side, like the side of the property, going up this way. I started getting quiet and quiet and quiet, and I started working down this way, real quiet. Like the metal detector doesn't even chatter. It's on right now. Metal detector's on, no chatter. And I ended up finding a shotgun stamp. I don't know what size it is. It looks slick. There's probably writing on there, but the dirt is so gooey. But she's old, you can see the green. So I'm going to work this area, and if the shotgun stamp was here, that means there's a good possibility nobody worked this area. I could go back into pines. I found that cluster of bullets, and that was kind of like behind the 1800s, two 1800 houses, but I don't know. I'm going to work this area in a hardwoods and see if I can find something. I always did good in the woods. And got more into like a piney area. And I ended up pulling this thing up. I'm not sure what that is. It's like it's huge. I'm going to put it against the pine tree because that's way too big for me to carry. Looks like a... I don't know. But anyhow, there's really no signals here. Only next to where the 1800 houses were. I did find that one shotgun shell. And then slightly after that, about 10 feet away, I find another one of them blank bullets. And then a couple feet from that, another blank bullet. And then nothing. Nothing from way over there somewhere to here. Nothing. Crazy. Now, this is 106 acres. I think it's got a couple big ponds in it. No, it's not Mendon Ponds. Way from there. But I might go back in those pines. They're over that way. And grid search it. But I'm going to grid search this area real quick. Because if that thing was here, that means there might be more weird things here. So I was hoping it was going to be a horseshoe because I like collecting horseshoes and axes and stuff like that. I'll be back. I was about to move over to the other section, but I decided to stick with it and work this section, and it paid off. I found the world's biggest Crotal bill. Look at the size of this. This sucker was deep too, and it's fully intact, it seems. Here's a little stream here. I'm going to clean it up in some water. Oh man, this thing's beautiful. Look at the size of this thing. Wow. Now this is what it's all about. This is the reason why I metal detect right here. Artifacts like this. It looks like it isn't broken. But you can see one of the things is dented inward right there, but that's okay. It's fully intact. I'll have to scrub this up when I get home, but look at the size of that bell. Wow. It's beautiful. I hope there's a few more of these here. Unbelievable. I'll be back. Alright, I'm pretty far from where I found the other blanks. And, I don't know, a couple 100 feet from the Crotal bell. And I found another bullet. You can see it's real old. And it's a blank too. And they're everywhere through this park. It's crazy. It's like someone was just walking around shooting blanks. I heard someone laughing. Anyhow, yeah, so that's another one. That's probably like number 6. Alright, I dug up probably about 50 more bullets, give or take. Still working at one section, and I finally found a coin, and it's an oldie. I have found other coins. They were pennies, right on the borderline of being wheat pennies, but I ended up finding a 1920. I don't know what that is. I think it's an 1829 Mercury. It's kind of worn out a little bit. So there's still hope here. Still old coins. I got the bell. That bell, I love that bell. That's the price of the day, definitely. So I have multiple hours left, and I'm going to keep searching this area. Once this is done, I think I'm going to go across the way and hit the other woods. I'll be back. After the dime, I kind of like finished up the rest of that one section I was in, and I'm in another spot that's full of pricker bushes, a lot of shrubs and stuff like that, a lot of fallen down logs. And it's next to the pines of where I found those bullets, the cluster of bullets all next to the tree. Now those bullets, almost in every section I have been in, they have been everywhere. Those blanks, those weird looking bullets, not very many shotgun shells, just high powered rounds. And I've dug a lot of them, let me tell you. I'm going to do a little bit more walking through this stuff as best as I can. And my bag's getting heavy. I'm telling you, I got a lot of bullets. And they're packed with dirt, and it's really weighing down my... So if you look at my bag, get my drink, the bell, and just tons and tons of bullets. I mean, I actually passed up a couple of the bullets. I got sick and tired of digging them. Like, what am I going to do with them all? But I don't know. I can always go back. I should hit the old cellar holes around those areas with a 6-inch when I work through here, and then make it my way back up to the beginning of the pine grove, and then go down at the end of the pines is where my truck's parked. So I might dump all this stuff off, hit another section of woods, probably relook at the maps, because I found where the 1800 house is. So now I have a reference point of where it is, and I can judge now where the other 1800s are. Was guessing. I thought where the parking lot is where the 1800 was probably. You know, maybe they borrowed the driveway or something like that. I've seen some parks do that, not this one. So now I got a reference point, and I'll be able to go all the way down and figure out where the other ones are. So let me get back to doing this. I took my little break. Hopefully I can find some more relics. I'd love to find a couple more of them bells. Man, that thing's beautiful. Some horse rain guides would be great too. Right at the base of this old tree here, I ended up finding a snap or a button. Looks more like a snap. It's got the right color. I'll clean it up, see if there's any writing on it. Hopefully I find some buttons. That would be nice. This came up like a 1617. So see what was left behind. A lot of the bullets I've been pulling up are 1516. So this was pretty close. So they probably thought it was a bullet, whoever detected this place before. And then that was the blanks that show up like that. And then that other weird round, that shows up like 1920. So 1920, for you guys looking for Indians, that's what Indians come up as. There could be a possibility I might find some Indians here. This went past all the 1920s, and it's all the bullets that are here. I'm getting close to the edge of the pines here. Got a little bit of path to walk over up in here, see what I can find, and then I'll start working in the pines. I'm sure I'm going to find more bullets in there, and I might do the same thing. If I find a 1516, it's going to be the blanks. I'll leave them alone, and I got to pull up 1920. It was my birthday yesterday, so today's March 24th. I'm using this thing that my wife got me. It's a clip for the GoPro. So actually I can be hands-free now. I just wanted to show you how many bullets are in here. I left a couple of my plugs open so I knew the area that I was in. When I come back, I'll kick them. But this is how many bullets there are in the blanks show up 1516. So watch this. One right there. Another one there. There. Another one there. Another one there. I keep going, I'll find more. I mean, they're everywhere. Another one there. I'm not sure if I gotta tap on this thing. Just littered with bullets. Here's that 19, 18, 20. Now, everyone would dig this up. It's right. This is going to be the weird one. Now, this sounds like an Indian. This sounds like an Indian. I'm going to dig this up. And it's going to be that weird bullet. I got to find something. It clips on, but it flops around a lot. Hold on a minute. Oh, it's way off on that one. Ah, there it is. So many bullets. I mean, whoever lived in that 1800 house, they were shooting this place up. All right, I just wanted to test this little thing out here. I gotta find a better way to mount it. I think I'd be able to put it on my strap, but I gotta build a little piece of leather to clip on. I'll be back, I'm pretty sure. I just found something pretty cool. This came up in 18. It looks like an old military sergeant pin or something like that. I'm not very good at the rankings of the military, but that is pretty cool. That's a piece of history right there. I'm into pines. I've done maybe 1/3 of it, and there is a lot of bullets. I've been passing them up. I'm done with the bullets. So, unless it's the 1921. The 1921, I got no choice but to dig up. But this was going over to 19 sometimes. Let me actually clean this up and see what it looks like. Use my wife's new little thing she gave me. Oh man, I hope I got my toothbrush. Yes, I do. Looks like there might have been more to this. Maybe I gotta recheck the hole. You can see something that might have went down further. This side doesn't have it. Very dark. I'm gonna check the hole to see if there's more. If there's more, I'll show. Next relic, I believe, is the lantern part. I haven't cleaned it yet. Oops, a little close. You get over there. Alrighty, look at this bad boy. She big. Yep, lantern. She a biggie. Very pretty. Still hope here. I've done about half of these pines. I'm eager to get to the next 1800 site. Ooh. There's a lot of old stumps, rotten trees, holes, wells, sinkholes in this spot. And you know what the weird thing is these pine trees are old and they go way up, and the place is just littered. It was evergreen everywhere. Like, I don't know if these were gnawed off, or it was a bad windstorm, but the whole place is just covered. Strange. Ground's real soft. These things are irritating. See all this right here? This makes it real bad swinging in here. But I'm doing it. I'm still finding stuff. This is a great spot. I'm glad I came out here. Grid search works slow. You can come up with some cool stuff. You can find what other people have missed. Love relics. I love finding new stuff. All right, I'll be back. I am coming up with a new bullet now. This is my second one. I'm not sure if this was a blank. I've never seen a star pattern like that, but it could have actually been a real bullet. Let's see if I can get in some light here. CC 79, I think. Or could it be a 6 LCC? I have no idea. Two of those so far. It comes up like an Indian too. 1920. I'll be doing a couple more passes and then I'm out of this section, and then I have to decide next to where to go. I might hit the next spot where the 1800 is, because I think the woods that are over there are swampy and I'm not into that, so I'll be back. Alright, I moved away from the two 1800 houses that were further down the road, and I'm in a new section. I pulled up a shotgun stamp, and I also just picked up a buckle. Oops, I'm sorry. Not paying attention. I don't know how to clean it up. It looks like there's a clover there. You know what? Let me clip this to me and get my toothbrush out. I'll be right back. Oh, I forgot to tell you. That one thing that looked like a sergeant emblem or something from the military, I did find the other piece to it. I'll have to show it to you in the wrap up. It had one more bar on the bottom, whatever you want to call it. So, ooh, that's a pretty something or other. It's not a sash. I don't think it's a sash. I think this would be a suspender of some sort. Oh, this side here has a little bit more detail, kind of like a maple leaf or something. It's kind of neat. I'm definitely going to grid search this area because I'm next to some more 1800s. There was one further down that way next to the creek, so it should be in this general area, and another one somewhere around here. It's real hard to tell when you look at these 800 maps. Okay, so I'll be back. Not far from the buckle, I think we all recognize this. This would be a mechanism for a clock, an old clock. Very cool. I don't remember where the buckle came from. I didn't walk very far. If this is the indication of what this woods is going to be like, it's going to be nice. You can see where the clock was, and now some big old piece of cast iron to something. I don't know. Could be off a potbelly stove. I have no clue. I'll leave it there. Maybe door hardware? Yeah, never know. I have no idea. Oh wait. I still don't really know. But it's bumpy on this side. It almost looks like a boot scraper. I'm sure one of you guys are going to recognize this. It has a hole here, a hole on this side, a hole here. It's also brittle. It almost looks like a part off of a pedal, but I don't think so. I have no idea. On to the next. I am so happy. I've seen other people find these. I have never found one before. Look at this. This is an iron. That is awesome. I almost don't want to carry this with me. This is so heavy. Wow. That is awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Another good old relic. Nice. I like this spot. I don't think anyone's ever searched this spot before. I mean, I've only started. I haven't even really gone into this woods yet. I've only just tickled it. Another beautiful old relic. Old delicate spoon. I mean, that is old. Wow. 1700s right there, baby. And I can't even hold it. That came up like a 12, 13, like a nickel. She's thin and brittle. I always wanted to see one of these together. I found one a long time ago, and it was broken right here. And all I seen is this, and I was like, what the heck is this? I watched another YouTuber that kind of is a relic hunter too. This might actually have something on there. Something stamped, which would be awesome. Yeah, it does. I won't know until I get home. I think I see a number on there. Oh man, this place is beautiful. I found a little gold mine. Well, I haven't found gold yet, but it's got some nice stuff in there. I think I'm going to work my way back to the truck. No, I can't do that. It's a horrible waste of time. I'm going to drop some of the... I found lead, another big chunk of steel, that iron. I'm actually carrying the iron. I don't want to lose it. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it near the opening and then work this area back again, because I know there's going to be a lot more. And this iron is so heavy, and all that other steel, and then the lead. If this place keeps giving up good stuff like this, this is going to be a two-parter. There's no way I could fit us all at one. It's going to be over an hour. Look at this. Another early utensil. Wow. I couldn't find the rest of it. That's pretty cool. And here I go again. I don't know what it is. It looks like a dog tag. I'm going to get a toothbrush on this one. I do see a hole at the top. She's real crusty. This might be a home scrubbing with a brass brush type of deal right here. Oof. I do see stuff. I do see writing on the side. I hope it's a real old one. I think oldest dog tag I got is from like the 40s or something. I'm still only in the entrance of this place. I still haven't gone very far. I think I see April. Oh, here we go. Sun is shining up now. Maybe that doesn't say April. Sorry about being off focus though. It's my strap isn't developed right for this GoPro, so I'll work on it as soon as I get home. So next week I can use two hands. Oh man, I don't know. We'll find out in the wrap up. She's crusty. We've been down there for a long time, so I'll keep my fingers crossed. It's old. I mean, the number's old. 168 at the bottom. Could be anything. I don't know if you can see how deep that hole is. Got an axe. Another relic. I'm putting this over where my iron is. It's only right out here. I didn't go very far. I'm telling you, this place is unbelievable. Today was a club hunt too. Nobody showed. That's crazy. I'm still working the cluster. I'm about, I don't know, halfway into the woods, maybe almost. And I pull up a barber. 1916. 1 one time. Very nice. This place, I might have to come back and hit it with a 6-inch. It's not that it's really dirty. It's there's a lot of nice targets here, and the stuff is deep. Let me tell you, I'm talking about deep. I'm digging some massive holes. So let me keep at it, see how much more stuff I can find. Sure, what this thing is, I broke it off the top here. It's made out of copper. I have no idea. It looks like it maybe a reducer to something.
You've got mail.
Very strange. I don't think it's lantern. Another mystery. Next relic, another lantern. This one's a little tiny baby delicate one. Yeah, she was real small. I don't want to tap her anymore. I think I already lost a section off of her. I think. Yeah, there it is right there. So brittle, look. It just breaks apart. Still more to do. Did a little bit more than halfway. But then there's some stuff over there. I have no idea what that's all about. It looks like lowland. You see a creek runs over here somewhere. That might be the area, but I'm not sure. I'll find out. Well, I found something that goes with the iron. A thimble. Yeah, she isn't a silver one, but I'll take it any way it comes. She's flat. Most likely will never be right again, but she'll look nice in the shadow box. The next relic is an aluminum trapper's tag. I won't be able to read until I clean it up. It's still riveted, so I don't know what happened to the trap. This is all that's left of it. Yeah, so that's interesting. I've done about 75% of this cluster of woods, and I don't know where to go after this. Alright, the next relic, and I believe this is the nut off of a I forget the name of it. It's like an old umbrella. Alright, I had some battery malfunctions here. Anyhow, this here you might recognize. This goes to an old umbrella from the 1800s. It's one of the nuts, and then all the whatever you call it, the metal pieces would have gone through here to hold this, to bring the piece up and down. Very, very cool. That's my very first one. Never found one before. Very cool. Axe number 2 for today. That's pretty amazing. That is crazy. Alrighty, I'm out of the woods. Not exactly. I'll be going back in. I gotta look at the maps and see what was across there. Might be a little cleaner, since they would have had to go over the creek here and head over to the next section of woods. I don't think there was an 1800s on that side, but I might run through it real quick, see what I can find. If not, there's a path that cuts through this woods here, like right over in here, and I'll go back that way. The house was definitely in this spot here. I do see an impression in the corner. Could have been there, a little further in the field. I'm not sure, but this has been amazing. All right, I'm next to this creek. I decided to go down the hill, see if I could find anything there. I think this is a suspender buckle or garter belt. Most likely garter belt. It's kind of small. I have to hold up some socks, stockings, or something like that. It's got some steel on there. I can see some of the steel, but there's a lot of copper with it too. I'll have to clean it up to see if I can get any detail on it, but it's pretty cool. There's stuff down here too. Now this thing wasn't easy to dig up, but this is number 2 I found. It looks to be a leaf spring. It's got a spot where a bolt would have went through. But then it comes to a point, you know, like I said, this is number 2. I found one earlier. I didn't show it because it, I think it was only about this long. And when I pulled out of the ground, I thought, you know what? The other one, like I said, was shorter, but it had the bolt right here. It almost looks like a piece to a clock. But that would have been a really big clock. And the bolt would have been the wrong way. I don't know. Interesting, though. I'm going to put that somewhere, just in case someone says, you know what that went to? So I'll hide in a secret spot, and if it's anything, I'll come back for it. All right, now I was waiting for this. I was waiting for a little bit of luck. It's March, you know. Luck of the Irish. Look at this. That's a beautiful baby horseshoe. That is nice. Now, I'm working the second part of this woods. I did go across and sample the section over there. I don't like the way it looks. There's a pavilion over there. I can just see pull tab. I only have a little bit more of this. If you see, the sun is almost, I would say, more than 3/4 down. I only have probably about 30 minutes left, so I'm not going to rush this, but I'm going to rush it. And I want to hit some of the woods that are over there, see what that's all about. There is supposed to be a few more 1800s that were down this way, but they were weak looking on the map. So I don't know if they were like trappers' cabins or not very important, but I did see something. So there's still more to do here. I did go in the far back. It starts to get swampy this way. About, I don't know, 300 feet or so, it starts to get bad. Over there, it looks dry. The pines look nice, so I'll keep hunting. Hey, look at this thing. It looks like a dang sword. Ain't no sword, but interesting. That sucker was deep. Whew. I'm almost done. But to pick up that iron and the other axe, bring it to the car, walk behind the truck into the woods real quick, get a couple minutes, a little bit of prospecting, and see what I can find. Well, it's getting dark. It's about that time. I think it's around 7 or a little after. I was supposed to leave it around 7, but I just had to see what this back area is. I did a kind of a wide loop. I really don't hear nothing back here. Not saying that there isn't anything back here, but it's clean. My metal detector's on, as you see, and it ain't chirping, farting, nothing. It's clean back here. But there's a couple more spots where there was some 1800s. When I come back next week, I'll be working further down the road. And when I'm finished with this park, I will tell you more of the history of this place. It's pretty interesting. Creepy at the same time. But I'll let you know more later. Back in a few seconds with a wrap-up. To the wrap-up of the video here, end up getting $1.44 in coins. End up getting a horseshoe. Very large bell. I think this is one of the biggest Crotal bells that I've ever gotten. This isn't the one with the flowers, but it still might be in the period of that. There's no number on it. Kind of crudely made. So this could have been 1700s, late 1700s to early 1800s. Melted piece of lead, or I mean, it could be melted. It could have been hit, but it kind of looks melted to me. Definitely a bullet of some sort. I'm not sure what this thing is. Went over with my wife. She thought it was a pedal off a bike, but I don't think so. 29 of these bullets, and this is pretty much what I found of this, and I would keep digging these ones because they were 1920. I don't know what size they are. I can't understand the numbers in the back. I don't know if the 7's an L or the 9 is a 6. I don't know. 3 could be an E. End up getting 23 of these ones, and these are blanks. These were all over the place. I could have probably picked up another 20 or 30 of them, but I wanted to move on. End up getting 3 of these ones. They're similar to this. They almost look like blanks, but I don't know. Shotgun shell stamps. It's weird I didn't get that many of those, considering. Lantern part, clock part. Still don't know what this is. This is a mason jar lid. I didn't show it in the video. This could be a very large nail or a punch of some sort, some kind of tool. It's very interesting. Thimble. This is a trapper's tag. His New York State on there and some numbers. I'm not sure. This one too, I think a rose or something like that. Yeah. 2 1700 era spoons. And it did have writing in the back made by Y&T with some kind of stamp in the back. And you could see there's a little bit of, still a little bit of silver right here. This one don't have any markings. It would have probably been down in this area if it was a little bit longer. Very cool suspender. Look at the detail on that. That is so nice. I can actually straighten this out. I just didn't have enough time. But I'll end up straightening it out and it'll be in the shadow box. I cleaned this up a little bit more. This is definitely garter belt. This would have went to like one of them old fancy umbrellas. That's my first. It's very nice to have that. Ended up getting a token. It says the red zone with a car on it. I have no idea. Let's see here. Oh, iron, 2 axes. Ended up getting a barber from 1916. I didn't bother cleaning these up. 1929 Mercury. This right here, I wrote it down because I didn't want to forget. This is a 3rd grade sergeant technician pin. I don't know how old it is, so it could have been off of a police officer to someone in the military. And I'm not sure if this is the prize of the day or the bell. I mean, I really love that bell. But this dog tag is the oldest dog tag I have ever found. And it's very unique on top of it because not only of the year 1902, but it's from Beth, New York, Ontario County. Now, what makes this dog tag interesting is there's no Beth, New York in Ontario. There's a Bath. Could have been spelled wrong. I don't know. But the town that I was in was Bethany, which makes sense because Beth and Bethany, it was just a short version since you didn't have a lot of room to write on here. But the only thing is, Bethany's not in Ontario County. It's in Genesee County. So, since I was in Genesee County in Bethany, New York, I don't know what this is all about. So I went back in the archives and looked for 1900s, you know, the year 1900. And I don't know of anything of them adding towns or splitting or dividing towns up to different counties. So it's an anomaly. So it's a town of Beth, New York, Ontario County from 1902, dog tag. I don't know. Place doesn't exist. That or it's a misprint. But nevertheless, it's a 1902, which is pretty cool. I'm definitely going back. I think I could probably clean the rest of that park up in 1 or 2 more hunts. And that's the only reason why I'm giving pretty much the address of where I'm located. And it's not going to be very hard to figure it out. But there's a couple of spots that might have held houses from the 1700s. Showing on the map where the houses were vacant.
And when they're vacant, they're a lighter dot, and it won't be no name next to them. So that means most likely they were like probably a cabin, or they were falling apart, and they didn't want to put it in the census. So go back, and I'm going to search for them, see if I can find any stuff, and get closer to this one crazy spot that will be understood in the very last video of this area. It's going to be a while before this video gets put out, probably about a month, so by then I'll have that part cleaned up, and I can give you more history of it. It's pretty interesting, especially once you see the building that's on there. It's pretty spooky. If you like this, give me a thumbs up, and for you non-subscribers, please subscribe. I'm trying to build this channel up, and until next week, thank you and goodbye.